Bonjour, hi, welcome to the stream, testing, watching if my mic is working. My mic is working, wonderful, and squeaking. Always good. Happy to be here. It's Black Friday, Thanksgiving coming up for Americans, friends, so happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Today it's an exciting day for me, at least, because we're wrapping up the TinyBlazorAdmin. It was a lot of rework, and I didn't take the time. I was busy doing stuff, felt rusty, and then I jumped in, make tons of improvements, structure, revamping, and everything. So now it's kind of ready. There's a few little things we want to finish today, and I think we're merging today and updating, making it public. So we'll be retouching the docs and stuff like that, so you can have it. The TinyBlazorAdmin website. Let me share my screen right away. Boom. That's the TinyBlazorAdmin website. So I work with security. So when you arrive, you have a little bit of information. We need to add the help, because right now, like what's that site about? Because there's only home and help, and I should maybe information will be better. But then if you log in, then you have the URL manager, so you can manage your short URL, and you could have statistics on the clicks that you have and stuff like that. And this one is very long. It's a little bit wacky. It will be improved. My goal right now was just to make it work. So this is all the clicks I have. It's open source project, so TinyBlazorAdmin website. This is the website. Let me share that link in the chat. Boom. So this is to manage short URL. Short URL, the interface, not their interface, but the engine, let's put it that way, is the URL shortener. So those two projects works together. So let me share that other one too in the chat. Voila. So now here you have it. They are both open source. So I've been working on that. Right now I'm in the feature security. It's not really a feature security. It should be kind of a base thing, but anyway, I did put it in the feature. Just a name, but security is not a feature. Crap tests. I was very inspired apparently. So yeah, so that's what we are working on, son. Since last week, I implement the security inside of it. I'm using the built-in security of Azure Static Web App. So in terms of technology, I'm using Blazor WebAssembly. So .NET, C#, 6, and then WebAssembly. So client side only, and I'm deploying it in Azure Static Web App. Why? Because it will be free. And the goal of that was to have a tool that is the more budget-friendly possible. I think I switched all my gears in a pay subscription now, and I think last month it cost me $1.29. So it's very budget-friendly. And like I have multiple stuff running it. So like I'm always trying to have like tools that people are not afraid to try and leave it there and stuff like that. So except if like you're doing millions of URL and stuff like that, like it will be very, very budget friendly. But like if you're doing so much more, then maybe you need a bigger solution in my little project. I built that because I do a lot of videos, and that's why I built that. First time in the chat. 80 slide, bonjour, je parle pas français, mais je voulais te remercier car tes tutos en français, moi, ça. Congrats, this is super cool. Thank you. So he's saying that, I have sound effect. I couldn't see the button. No, that's fine. I'm you know what? Like I'm very happy that the hey, Pascal is here. Bonjour didn't work? Oh, because you put the S. There's no S in bonjour. Typos. I'm not the only one doing those. Yay!
Bonjour, hi.
Hey, voila. Bonjour, hi, Pascal. How are you? Happy Thanksgiving if it's matter to you, like if you're American. Fat finger. Oh, should I use that though? I don't have fat fingers. Yeah, so TMTC, very happy that my video helped you. You know, the fact that you say thanks to me or the world, it's hard to do those ones because you need to refresh and do it the same thing in French and English and things like that. So very happy it helps you. And thank you very much for saying it. So like, you know, share the news on LinkedIn, whatever, so like social you're using. I would need to review, I think, because content slide a little bit. Like there's less module now. They kind of remodel a little bit the certification, but yeah, it's a very time consuming, and like what I have right now is 90% good. I think it just people are like, oh, like it's not up to date. So yeah, it's going well. So TMTC, you did you're not speaking French, but I'm sorry. Like this stream is in English, that's why I continue in English, and I will continue to like read in French and translate. But you can type in French. I have no problem with that. I want to stay in the like this stream is in English, but I'm very happy that you speak French in the chat, so I will let it go. Often when like we don't understand the messages in the chat, we don't want that because we cannot decide if it's a bad thing. But yeah, so feel free. So TMTC, you're not speaking French, but then you watch my video in French to pass the certification. You didn't find any good in English, or you like the style and the formula I was suggesting? What made you follow mine instead of like whatever was available in another language? Oh, I speak only French. Oh, okay. Why it says what? Bonjour, je ne parle pas FR. Okay, because your first message was saying that you don't speak. Okay, you did a mistake. Je me suis trompé. You did a mistake. That's fine. That's fine. So like, very happy that my video helped you. So very happy to do that. I've been wanted to do more of those. It's hard. I did one for Microsoft Canada. I didn't like the format. I was forced to do a specific format. I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And then I tried to refresh my formula, but doing it at work. So, you know, I had more bandwidth to do it instead of like nights and stuff. But it didn't fit in, like, you know, like we all have targets and like you need to work on that thing. And I was like, nah, too narrow, too niche to be working on. But yeah. Very, very happy. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup to let me know that it helps you. Really, you made my day. Okay, so yeah, those are the tech. So, like I was saying, I apply security, and I will share you the code in a few minutes. Well, like it's all in GitHub, but I want to show you what I did offline because I've been battling a lot, trying to understand things. I moved from our original security to another one to make it more in line and stuff like that. And even yesterday I was trying to do things and I was like, it's not working. And in my bed just before falling asleep, I know how to fix it. It took me like 15 minutes to fix it this morning. So that's when I have the thing help here. I think information will be better though than help, because it's not help I want to provide. It's just like, hey, if you want to see things, connect. And like if you're connected, then you still don't see it, then you need to have an invite. So yeah. So the code. So the code now. Let's switch to the code. And if you're the first time you're joining, like, you know what, like, let's just, like, quickly, if it's the first time you're joining, welcome aboard. This is Behind My Cloud. So I'm Frank Boucher. I'm a Microsoft Cloud Advocate, but this is my stream, my personal time here, where I try things. I prepare videos about, like, you know, like we were talking earlier with TMTC, about video to learn, get certified. I create content in French and English because in Canada both language are official languages, and I not lucky, I work really hard to learn English. But you know what, I'm lucky to be able to be comfortable enough to speak two languages, so I think it's important, so I do that because it's hard to learn in a different language, so I think sometimes it's good. And of course, like the broad audience is English. So I create content in both French and English. So here is where this stream is where I create things, I experiment, I prep demos and stuff like that. I used to travel around the world doing conferences and presentation. I don't think I will be traveling as much as before, just because I think now that people are open about the virtual events and things like that, I think I will be a little bit more strategic when I'm traveling. I'm not saying I won't travel, but if I'm traveling, I will do a lot of things there instead of like just like one talk and then leave. So yeah, focus on Azure. That's why it's all about cloud. I've been doing Azure for, I don't know, 10 years, 12 years. I don't remember, a lot of years. And I've been doing computer stuff, programmation, for a very, very, very long time. So I have white hair and even less hair. I'm old, but this is a fun place. So this is a safe place also to ask tons of different questions. There's no, I like to say, I don't know, like if it translates very well, I don't want to be offensive, but there's no stupid question. Like, you just need to ask, and I will be super happy to answer a question that you don't ask. And the worst thing is for you, because then you missed an opportunity. So feel free to ask anything. You can play in the chat. We have our little game here. Let me switch game so we can see it. Drop. Try to land. We have CB in the chat also, that check your scores. All those will be then available in the show notes. So if I go back on web and if I click Behind My Cloud, here it is, Behind My Cloud. This is a journal of all the streams, and I think I didn't publish last week's stream, but everything is there. Everything is by project. So if you want to know all the project we work on, and then like if you click, for example, TinyBlazorAdmin, this is all the stream that we work on that project. Who land? Code by mistake. That's wonderful. Congrats. So yeah, so feel free to go there. And since this project will be wrap up hopefully today, and I took off today, so even after the stream, I have some, how do you say that? Errand? Like stuff to shop. And I'll come back and I may continue. I really want to wrap up this project because I have tons of ideas, but people are using the TinyBlazor website and the URL shortener, so I want to make it sure it was working, because right now it was broken because Azure evolved and I was using very early tech. So things change and I need to adapt. So that's why I've been focusing a lot. Cool. So code now. Code is here. Cool. Let's close this. Okay. So one thing I changed. I did a lot of reading documentation. Reading documentation is really important. And you know what? Let's go full. So one thing I did is I changed the structure of my project. So if we go here, boom, 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 voila. So now I have, what? What? I think I'm not in the good repo. Am I? Yeah. What? This is bad. Refresh. Okay, you know what? Let's close this and reopen it. It's been open for a long time. Let's go see on online if it's all... No, online is clean. So like what I'm expecting to see is this. So now in SRC for source, oops. In SRC for source now I simplified the path because I was having trouble where the path was too long, and I also were forced inside the Azure Static Web App to have the API being in the API folder, but that could be just, you know, map over there. But I thought since it's a project that is very broad, like many different users, I thought it would be better to have like kind of a match between what's in out and what's in. So that's why I have the API now is an API, client is client, and the library where I have a few classes that need a lot of cleaning right now. But like I said, we're just trying to make it work and safe. It's in lib. So I did change that. So now let's go back here. And if I open Visual Studio Code, let's close Visual Studio Code. Let's reopen it. I want to make sure it's kind of a... And then if I reopen... it was local. No, I think I want TinyBlazorAdmin in a dev container. I don't understand why it's all like that. TinyBlazorAdmin, SRC. Yeah, everything is there. Why is that? Just 1 second. Yeah, why? Okay, close. Change the folder structure was here. Yeah, so looked like he had everything but didn't delete anything. That's really strange, right? I think I will go to main. I will delete that branch and bring it in again. Pulling it. Okay, I wanna. So this tool, by the way, is Gitkraken. If you don't know me, I'm a big fan of Gitkraken. If you want to know more, I can't talk about it. I just don't want to be the sales guy. I'm not trying to push you to using it though. Black Friday and Cyber Monday, it's definitely a good time to do it. Oh, why my branch is not there? Like the branch is not even there. What? What's happening? Here I'm in feature security, but feature security is not present. Oh man. Okay, close this. Now close the remote connection. I understand nothing. Close Visual Studio Code. Yeah, feature cleanup UI. I don't need that anymore. So let's clean that up, right? I don't see. Delete. Voila. Yes, please delete this. It's good. Let's pull main. Excellent. So, but now I want. Oh, this is alpha. I was like, what? Okay, TinyBlazorAdmin. Whew. Dang it. Because prior to move it to TinyBlazor, I was in a different. Oh, maybe that's why when I'm due for an update. Local. Oh, so maybe that's why. No, like feature security. I think I worked on that. So local and then remote. No, see, feature security is there. Apply the security on menu. So I think I will go back at VNex. This is my current one. I will delete. Should I delete? I think before I delete, I need one file. So TinyBlazorAdmin. What? Oh yeah. So before I go there, I need one file. I need is it here? No, I will be in the API. That's really strange. Okay, then admin API, and I want this file. So let's open another one, new window. Let's put that in my download for now. Just want to copy this. Yips, copy this there. Cool. So now I want to go back to here and I will delete this branch. So not there anymore, and now I want to re-downloading it. Cool. So now if I do this, so Control Shift E, open. It's on. Why? I don't understand. Okay, let's do it again. So close folder, go back to VNex, delete this one. Well, yeah. So delete feature security. Is there anything open about it? Maybe? No. So here it should be. Right now I'm in VNex. And change folder structure was the first one. But so why? You know what? I think I will delete all of it. Should I? And just clone it again? Maybe I need to update. That's my problem. Because here I'm in feature security and it looks good. So why when I'm bringing it, it's not? You know what? I think I will do that. Let's remove that. Yeah, let's. Yeah, let's remove this completely. I want to go here. I want to here, and I'm deleting it. Delete. Voila, it's gone. I don't have it anymore. So now, if I'm in Git Kraken, I want to clone a repo from GitHub, and I want TinyBlazorAdmin. Clone the repo. Open now. So now it's main. If I go now in the folder src, okay, so now, oh, it's main. Yeah, main is not good. Okay, so now I'm trying to download security branch. Great. So if I go up src, there it is. Whoo. Okay, now if I go in API, here I need the file I was looking earlier that I backed up. So can I do this? Cool. Excellent. So now we're back in business. Okay, drop. Because, you know, we need a little bit of dropping stuff. Folder contain a dev container, blah blah blah, unresolved. Okay, yeah, let's reopen in a container. I love dev container. Let's try to have it. Yep. Oh, so many people land this time. Excellent, excellent. Congrats to the Surly chatbot. Okay, so look like it's working. We'll close that, open a terminal on Bash. Let's go with ZSH. So now we want to go in the source folder and let's try to build it. So .net build. Let's, yeah, Frank, if you type correctly, it will work. It should. And there's tons of warning because I kept the how it's called again, the initialize stuff, the nullable. It's a new thing in .NET, and so I need to clean that up. So it's just warning, so it still work. Like I said, make it work, and public is the priority right now. So cool. So it's working, and obviously I don't remember the line I need to type in, and I always forget. So if I go here in my here, I was trying to understand, so I create different projects And here in the client, in the page, in index, I put the line I need to always forget. So it's this. So sweatstart.net watch run client, and then we want to change it. So it's not client, it's TinyBlazorAdmin. Right? And let's remove the watch because it doesn't work very well with this. I think that's what we want. No. What? It's in client. Didn't like my should I do it in it's line. It's on Linux, so maybe I need to have like the uppercase thing. Whoops. No. T. Why? Oh. Cap lock and shift don't make a good mix. So tiny. Come on. SRC client. So we see here it's TinyBlazor. So let's move. Whoops. Blazor admin. TinyBlazorAdmin. Yeah, I'm on Linux, so capitalization, it's important. So let's go on this one. So now we're a local host. It's working, excellent. So we don't see anything. If we log in, cool. So let's say, so that's one thing I want to say. Let's say I'm logging in as Bob, and Bob is, because you could log in with Twitter, with GitHub and different things. I focus on Outlook because it's simple for me. But yeah, that's one thing I need to explain. So let's say I don't have, so any one of you go on my URL and you try to log in. So what will happen? You will be logged in, but see, hello Bob, it recognizes that I'm Bob, but then I don't see anything. That's one thing I changed this morning, because before you could see the menu, but then when you click on it, I needed to make some validation, and like sometimes the code was doing a validation but displaying it poorly. I'm not sure if it's because whatever. So I decided, you know what, like if I remove stuff, then it won't work. And if you, for example, remember that, oh, you know what, like if I do this and I type URL manager like here, then it should redirect you. Like there's nothing. Okay, so it's still safe, but I wish it was like a unauthorized. And if we look the code, there is like an unauthorized. You need to be in the role admin. And I try to make it visible, and the result was inconsistent. So I feel this way, it's blocked. You cannot hack me by typing their URL. And it's interesting, like if you follow the button, you will have a clear message. And that's why I want to add the help. I think I will change it for info instead. But yeah, because I won't provide help. I won't provide just like a little bit more detail. Does it make sense? So one thing I did change is, before we were using AD, Azure Active Directory, and working on a Blazor website and even like a Blazor WebAssembly website, it worked very easy. You do a .NET new and you had like single org, you put that, like everything works perfectly. But Azure Static Web App, to use your different ID, you need to use the not the free tier. So again, it must be very budget friendly. So I decided, you know what, let's roll back that feature and use the built-in. And the built-in by default, without any code, you have Twitter, sign in, Twitter, GitHub, and Outlook by default. You don't have any code to do, so you could do it. I was like, I will use that. And yeah, so right now though, I'm using isolated function. The code is isolated function. I feel like it may be converted to manage function, because if I'm looking to ducks, it's not supposed to be supported. Maybe the team is working on that. Maybe that's why I was having issue with this kind of scenario where like it's not showing anything. I want to investigate that. But if you're following the rules, like you should have nothing. If I log out and log in again, and let's say now I'm Frank and I have the role admin, right? So now if I log in, now I'll have my menu and things will work because I have the role. So I'm using the built-in role. And to get that role, what you need to do is in the portal in Azure, when you deploy that thing, you will go inside the role management. Let me zoom a little bit. From the left panel, you go in role management, and now you will be able to invite people. And when you invite someone, you just say, okay, you know what? I'm running. You need to pick whatever you want. Also, like they will have Google. They are implementing way more. But right now, Active Directory, and you just type here admin, and that's it. Or like, of course, the email, and then yeah. And people click that and then add them to the system so they could log in using whatever. As long, so I don't care if people are using different login. Yeah, it will work. But right now I think the only pop-up I show is Outlook. So maybe I could change that in the future. So it's running locally, perfect. So now what we need to do is to change that help folder and make sure we check the security on the API side for the other. So here and here, let's validate what's the status. But when, sorry, I'm interrupting you. Voila. So when we go here, when we create a new. When we check the edit and the archive, I don't think I'm looking at the security. So we need to make sure we add the 2 lines to check the security. So that's what we want to do today. I think it should be easy. So let's first let's close that. Let's go here. Let's stop this. Cool. Excellent. So now we need let's first, okay, so we should merge back to the we should merge, because security now is done. Oh no, it's not true, it's not done, it's not completely done. Okay, so let's say here Frank, save some pain. Okay, why is that thing there anyway? Okay, so in the menu, so it's in share, we have the navigation menu. Whoop, I'm hiding it in the nav menu. So the way I did it is I use the authorize. If I zoom, no, like this. I use the authorize view role with admin, and that's how I specify, hey, display this. So I'm using the native stuff to do it as much as I can. Before I was doing a bunch of code and validating what's in like the token. I was like, you know what, like there's already implementation, let's leverage that. So I'm using this, and that's how I was able to remove the URL manager and click static statistics from the menu. But now help, I don't like it. I think info will be better. Blazer, Mr. Magoo, welcome behind my cloud. How are you? So now we need a page call help. Should we keep help or info? Help, I feel like it's a little bit more like universal, right? Let's put help. So now I need a page help. So we'll go here. We'll add a new page. Help.razor. Voila. Now I need to say it's a page. And then how it's done again? I think it's like that, and I just say help. I'm always confused about page. Yeah, that's exactly what I did, right? Yeah, cool. So this, and then you know what? Let's take this as an example. TinyBlazor help. Not sure how I will be doing it though. You want kind of like the FAQ or like issue or whatever. Let's just put some let's do a list. Yeah, let's do a list. So unsorted list, right? I'll just put some kind of stuff in there. So if I do this and then I do list item, cool. Are also usable, possible, are also available. Cool. This is manage from the Azure portal. In the manage role, right? I think. Is it manage role? Role management. Voila. Maybe we can send people back to the repo for documentation. Yeah. And documentation will become a link. Like this. Now we need the URL here and this. I think that's good enough. Should we try it? Let's try it. See how it looks. Whoop. Okay, apparently we did something that doesn't build properly. It's a little bit big. Ah, help start lowercase character. Ah, interesting. Yeah, he's right. Okay, so let's do this and change that. Okay, cool. So now let's run it. Any big plans for the weekend? Okay. Did it not just build? Yeah. I don't know why it does that on Linux, where I don't see the pop-up there for like the port 4280. I don't know why it does that. Okay, so here we have it. Still, I should log out, make sure it's available. So now if I do this, it's not super pretty, but it's there, right? If I click here, maybe I should bring that in another window. Should be more concise, yeah, like maybe I need to put it in the fancy thing. I'm not good. Where are you, White Panther, when we need you? Maybe I need to put it in like a... Oh man, how it's called again? I will find it. And he said, "That's what you were looking for, Frank?" I said, "Yeah." How it's called? It's called the wrapper, not wrapper. Bootstrap. the bootstrap thing. Like you have different columns and stuff. Yeah, let's do just a quick, let's close this, let's keep that the one online. Okay, I can close this one. I feel like 75 would be good. Could we do this? I wish the hot reload would work. I'm not sure why it's not working. Maybe it could be me that missed some configuration. Yeah, it's a little bit better, right? Yeah, I think it's a little bit better. Even this could be, but then like we wouldn't see the logo. Oh, one thing I did change also, like it's this. Now I have the logo and the fav icon. Little things have been having that generic stuff forever. You know, I need to be proud of what I did, right? Yeah, come on, we need to. Okay, so I think that's good enough. Yeah, cool. So we have that. So now let's make sure we have enough security. So let's stop this, close that. So this is done. Let's have a commit here, say help done. Let's say simple help done. You know, let's be honest. Simple help done. I don't want to push it right away because then it will trigger. Well, it will trigger a build, but you know, while we're working, why not? Okay, so now, I can show you this. So what I did now in statistics, I have this. That's why it was white, and I didn't like it. I'm not sure why it's doing that. I'm using the built-in. So in Azure Static Web App, you have a file called static web app config, and you could define the root. And you're looking into the doc, and it's like, oh, that would be awesome. So like you could say, you know what, I don't want Twitter to be possible. Then, you know, if someone typed that, then it will have a 404 and things like that. And it's, this is awesome. But then I forgot where I read it, but after all that, like you're reading like multiple pages, oh yeah, but it won't happen on the client side. It's like, damn it, like it's a static web app. So I was like, okay. So yeah, so you need to be authenticated. I could put here admin. I think if I put admin here, you will need to be admin to see that. So statistics now needs to be admin. So I think, and URL manager, I was just saying authenticated. So that's why maybe, so I will do this again, and I will do this again. So now you need to be admin. Yeah, cool. So we could just try that to see how it works. But yeah, so let's close those. You know what, yeah, no, that shouldn't change. Shouldn't is a word that I learn to not think on. So see, it's not building anymore. Why does that? Do this. You want me to compile every time? So I'm not unskated. I don't see anything. If I try to hack it and go URL manager, oh, that's cool. It redirect me to the authentication. Let's say I am authenticated. I will be Bob. So Bob doesn't have the admin role, right? So that's one feature where like I'm redirected. So that works now. Good, cool. So now I'm redirected as Bob. Login. Oh, it still doesn't work because I don't have the role. So let's say I'm Frank, and I said I'm part of the admin role. Then I should see the page. Cool, and I see the menu. Interesting. Okay. Okay, cool. And see, like that's the this thing here. That's what's on the client side. So you could see it by going to the .auth/me, and you will see that. So like I'm using the AAD and Frank, and even if it says AAD, it's really kind of like the things inside Azure Static Web App. Cool. So this is working. So let's remove that. So now let's clean up a little bit. We'll go in the static page because yeah. Let's have a look. Yeah. Okay. So here, the only thing I did was when I receive a response, now I check if I send you to like another page. I think it's not useful, but I will keep it, and I think I will implement that everywhere. In URL Manager, what I was doing before this morning, before I re-add this, I should remove this line since it's not useful anymore, was let's say, because it was not working very well, and I need to create component also to clean up that page. It's awful. So what I was doing is calling, it's not very big, let me zoom. What I was doing was calling the get info. That was really to get that page, and then I was trying to say, hey, is there a cloud principal, like can I find admin, and it was just not working very well. Because the thing I like was, instead of having like there's nothing, I could left the menu, but then when you click on it, it was saying yeah, like unauthorized, please authenticated, or like you need to have the role admin. But yeah, so now I removed that, and I think it's simpler, not sure. So let's delete that since we're not using it, and at the end of the page add like the code to get, so like 2 classes, and I was just going, like I said, to the auth.me and like having that. So let's remove this block since I'm not using it anymore. Cool. So that's URL Manager. So URL Manager and statistic, I think they're good now. So in terms of calling the API, I think I'm good for those two. So now what we need to think is on the API side, we need to validate when we create a new one, update, and all those things. So let's go. We'll come back to those, because when we do the call, when we come back, maybe we need to be redirect to like the unauthenticated and stuff like that. So maybe we'll have a little bit more structure in there. So in the API, if I go to function, let's go to the URL list. So what I do now, so see, I did comment that. So I think it's in statistics. Yeah, here. Yeah, that's the new version. So what I do now is just I check, and if it's invalid, I just create a response, return it, kick out the person right away instead of processing anything. So that's what we need to copy everywhere. So here in the URL list, it's a little bit smarter than this, I think. Yeah. Here, boom, just put some indentation. Voila. And here I was experimenting with, because one thing I didn't like was I was using, like, it was confusing because in the doc I was seeing a lot of HTTP, HTTP requests, and I'm using HTTP request data, and I'm using that because I've built everything to be a isolated function, and that's a different class. I was like, oh, maybe like there's a difference that between those two, and that's why it's not working. And so I did experiment. So like that's why there's a lot of stuff commented, but right now it's working without. So let's remove everything. So there it is, super clean, excellent. So now that's our new validation. That's what we need to add in the others, right? So if I go URL archive, here that was before, so now we need to have this new security. That's perfect. Maybe we need to change that also, like C# trigger has been blah 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 blah. I can just say, HTTP trigger, whoops, something like that. I feel like a little bit more pro than the initial one. So cool. So we did archive the URL shortener. That's when we create a new one. So here, yeah. So now let's put that smaller one. A lot of stuff happening here. Cool. Update. I think I will be able also to remove a lot of those usings. Looking forward to do some cleanup once we're up and running. Yeah, I don't need that anymore. Yeah, that's better. Oh, here, HTTP trigger, zoom. Then we'll just put URL update. Right, cool. So URL shortener was like creating, so yeah, that we can remove this. It's commented. We definitely don't need it. This starting, yeah, it's fine also. Yeah, cool. There it is. So now let's give it a try. So let's bring this and we'll recompile just to make sure. No error. That's excellent. We'll start the project. Should change corner. And we're ready. So hello Frank. Let's go see here, URL manager. If I go check this, it's working. Then if I go back, if I go edit, and I change 111, and let's change it for 60. So it's 111, and if I edit again, it's 60. It worked. Now if I try to archive it, it's vanish. It's vanish. It's gone. Storage Explorer. And the beauty is you don't need the TinyBlazorAdmin, right? You could be using just like any tools to manipulate the URL. Just like it's a bit more. You need to know what you're doing. But yeah. So here, if I go here, and then in table, and then I go URL detail. If I archive, so here, that's the one I want to de-archive. False, because I like to use it as false results. So cool. So now I should be back. It is back. Excellent. So look like everything is working. And also the API is not available from outside the static web app, so it's pretty neat. Okay, so you know what? It's done. We did implement all the security on the URL API. We have the doc. The security is implemented on the client side. We're good. We're good. It's time to merge. It's time to merge. Very happy. So boom. We'll be able to merge, wrap up the docs, make sure it's clear because there's a lot of things that has changed since. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. So now because it's CI/CD, it will automatically generate deployment. So if we go here, so that was localhost, we can close that. So if I go in TinyBlazorAdmin and I look action, it will have like a deployment because it's CI/CD. So that's pretty good. And now see help done. So if we refresh here and we go help, we should have our help because while we were coding and having fun, help was deployed. So now this is done. I'm not sure. Yeah, I could merge that as long as I'm not deleting that branch. We'll be able. Well, yeah. If we broke something, it's not a good idea. So let's do a drop with a little emoticon. Let's do this one. Booms! Christmas hat. I'm always surprised. So what should we be working on after? Any thoughts? What should we be working on? And surly. Yay! Yay! So many wins! Come on, CI/CD, this is long. What are you doing? Drop Pikachu? Look like that icon was not possible. 91, that's a pretty good score. Build and deploy. Come on. 2 minutes. It's been 2 minutes. Too long. Oh. Publishing. Yeah, I still did it in .NET 6. Now I will need to do it in .NET 7. Finish it, upload, polling deployment in progress. We're getting there. Can you hear the music? You should. Okay, we're done. Yeah, cool. After that, we'll need to make sure it's working for the short URL to be short. That look excellent. So you know what? It's time to merge. And for that, I like my GitKraken stuff. So let's close this. We don't need you anymore. GitKraken, come here. The fun thing about GitKraken when it's time to merge is you just take that branch and put it where you want to go. Yeah, but I don't want to do it locally. I want to do it remotely. So security into vnex. Start a pull request. Yup. Merge conflict detected? No kidding. In the app settings, you shouldn't be pushing app settings. How come you have app settings? This should be ignore. What? You have app settings? App settings should be ignore. It was in www root app settings. Oh, that's really bad, isn't it? Oh, I don't care if it's there though. Yeah, okay. Okay. Whoops, I want to go here. So there's a conflict. Okay, we'll fix it. Let's create that pull request. Boom, and let's view it on GitHub. Yay! And then we'll say so many stuff, and we'll say, hey, you have a conflict. Please fix it. Why I don't see the conflict stuff? Conflict. Resolve conflict. Why don't, what? Check out the conflict command. How do I see it? What? I need to do VNex. Checkout, nah. Git merge. Oh, I need to do it locally. Oh, okay, okay. So if I do that locally, then I have my conflict. Excellent. Let's why can I not see the... I usually... Why don't... I cannot... I think the drop game is broken today. I haven't... Yeah, that must be it, Mr. Magoo. You know what? Keep that one. And let's push that. So now if we go back here, yeah. So we can merge that, but if we do, oh, it's merge. Okay, it's done. But and our here the deployment have been done also, so we don't even need to keep that that branch up. So we can delete the branch and start working from VNex and see what do we need to remove. Okay, that's cool. So let's go here. We go to VNex. We are to VNex. We pull. We have the latest version. Go back into the code. VNex, excellent. Some project has trouble. No kidding. And we learned last time that if we do Control K, W, it closes all the open tab. Did I remove the rain and the sun? Interesting. Interesting. I don't see my clouds. It's only the game's clouds. Should be always clouds. Oops. I did some cleanup the other day. Maybe I delete some clouds. Okay. So now we're here. Let's go check the doc so it makes sense. The admin is for blah 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 using Blazor WebAssembly. The project is now version 2. We're using the native blah blah blah, and so we can change that. Yeah, we're pretty close to it. So I think, so here if we go, we close now this, we go in the README, we can change that. So the project is now version 2, or is it 3? Should I make it? I think I should make it so it matched this one. And here we are working at V3. So I think this one should also be V3. just so it's easier to manage. Yeah, let's do that. The project is now version 3 and ready to be used. It's using Azure static web app native security. And Azure function as an API. Cool. So we could change the home page. Right? We could change that screenshot here. I think it's good. Like help is missing, but I think it's good. Could leave it to others. So now what we need to do though is to check the deployment documentation. So in the deployment here we need to check what it is. So until a full automatic deployment is created, here the steps to deploy the TinyBlazorAdmin. You can run it somewhere else or even locally. First thing first, you need to fork that repo. Excellent. You know what, let's go here like this. Boom. So. Oh yeah, and we don't need that anymore. You need to fork the repo on your own account. You will need to update the configuration. Do you need to? No, you don't need to. Therefore, you need yours. Yeah. For the GitHub repo, click on the fork, right-click screen, or name, blah, blah, blah. Cool. The backend. Yeah. If it's not already, no, this project is the front end. Is a front end for the blah blah blah. If it's not already done, if it's not already done, go deploy it. You will need to deploy this project in your Azure subscription. And one thing I want to do is keep things separate. So now I don't have the doc on how to implement and stuff. Just to go there and like the doc over there will be clear enough. So see, right now we had that like, hey, do this, do that, blah blah blah. Like no, I don't do that anymore. So we'll do this. So there are many ways you could deploy the TinyBlazor, blah blah blah. Use a new SWAT app service app. Get I think we're good. Okay, so open the Azure portal and the click the open a resource group where you want to create the backend example, blah blah blah. Click the plus and create a button. Okay, cool. No, you will need to authorize the static web app because I said your GitHub repo, blah blah blah. So now that's cool. Select your organization. That's cool. Blazor. Build presets. App location. Cool. Now you need to specify that as admin. And oh yeah, that's the thing I need to change, right? I should go where I was in deployment. Yeah. So this will be gone. So now we create this. That's cool. That's cool. And I need to change that page also. And say, be careful, lowercase. So app location needs to be the location of your project, in your case, blah, blah, blah. The API, API I don't think we need the trailing, so let's remove that. Cool, this we remove because now we need it. It's all, instead of like being complex and everything, now it's just like you click here and it's done. Much simpler. Cool. So once that failed, click the review, create, blah, take a few minutes, deploy during the create, configure the security component. Cool. Create the roles. Yeah, we don't need that. 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 We don't need the cross thing anymore. Wow, so much stuff can be deleted. I want to go back in code. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, create. Cool, I can remove all that. Okay, boom. Oh, we'll be able to also remove images and stuff. Like the course, adding policy. Yeah, we don't need that anymore. Come on, I want to delete it. Cool. This, we don't need it anymore. Token access, we don't need that anymore. Yeah, we need that anymore. Yep. Yeah, that can be used. We'll need to change it, but let's keep it for now. Let's keep it for now. Let's keep it for now. That, we don't need it. We don't need it. Okay. Okay. We don't need that. We don't need that. Don't need that. And we don't need that. Cool. Okay. Token access, config this, create secret, edit key vault, policies, create backend, new registration. Oh, that's much smaller, isn't it? Okay, so now we need to create the so we don't need that. We don't need that. Oh, create. So create invite. So users need, is it big enough? Oh, like I'm hiding it, and nobody's complaining because I'm alone. I'm alone today. Okay, so user, let's move it here. So user need to be part of the role. And we'll put it big. Admin. To add them, cool. 92. Like, people lend today are having very big score. Though I'm not lending, so I think it was Dr. Magoo. I forgot who said earlier that the game was broken. I think I'm in your team today. Things are not working for me. You need to add them. So to add them, you need to use the management role interface from the portal. Role management interface. The role management. We'll put that between. So it kind of role management interface from in the Azure portal. Open. Let's do, let's try to make it easy. From the portal, comma. Well, that was a nice one, sir. Where'd that, like, meteorite come from? Hello, by the way. How are you? From the portal, open your static web app and select the role management. I need some echo. Role management. From the left option and click and select the role management from the left option list, options list. Then click invite, blah blah blah, blah at outlook.com. Let's do Bob, and let's do admin, and I should have done that in the light team. All my other image, yeah, they were like, I need to put it light. Appearance. Let's go. Azure. Apply. Let's go back in the crop test. Maybe I should rename it. Crap test is not a very good name. Go into, oh yeah, in the crap test. And No, this one, this one. Voila, now you need role management. Now you need to invite someone. Yeah, let's take a screen. Oh, can I make it a little bit narrower? Is it a word? Narrower? Like this? Still want to see the... Look like it needs to be like that because I want to see this. Cool, so let's do this. And how do I take a screenshot again? Forgot. Oh, I think it's, oh yeah. So I need to go back here, and I think I just used the print screen. Frank. Boonks. This window. Selection. So now it's there. Show in file. Cool. And now I want to open it with another application. And I want to use, I think it's this one. Oh no, I had something else, I think. Yeah, I think I had something else to help me open with another application. Forgot what it was. Image Magic? No. Was maybe this one? Let's try. And now in this one, I think I had some tool to... Maybe it's not that one. Oh, I need to go and edit. There it is. So what I want to do is we have some tools. So I could pixelize, like say this. Oops. So I want to pixelize this. Cool. I want to pixelize this. Oh, damn it. I'm not great. Pixelize that. Why it's not tools and it's Control Alt 8. Okay, Control Alt L8. It's not work. Okay, now it's working. Cool. I want to pixelize this because I think it's not important. I want to pixelize this because you don't care about my face. And I want to pixelize this because it is a really bad name. Oh, and I should pixelize my email too, though like it's been public for so long that people can still write to me. Okay, cool. Let's do another. There it is. Okay, so now we want to put some numbers. So let's put number 1 here, number 2 here, number 3, 4, and 5. That's good. Save the image. Excellent. Yeah, cool. So now we have it. Cool. I want to rename. So is it F2? Yeah. Create. Invite. And I want to put that here. Excellent. Let's add this. Create. Invite. It's in medias / create invite. Boom. Did you land, Mr. Magoo? No. I need to do it. I need to have it at least once. From there, clear Lurky Dev land, but not me. And so much miss. Click. So from there, click the invite button. Make sure you type So this will create an invite. This will create an invite that you can share with the recipient. Recipient. How do you write? Feel like is it feel wrong the way it's spelled? Ah, recipient. Oh, it's a recipient. Okay. With the recipient. And once the person accept, what's that? It and that's it. once accept, once the, yeah, let's talk about the invite. Once the invite is accepted, the name, the email, the identifiant, the name should be visible in the list. Voila, there it is. And there you have it. We'll need to change the custom. No, we don't even need the custom domain. I think I will remove that. We don't need a custom domain name, I think. Or do we? Maybe we do. Oh yeah, we'll need to set up the... There's one thing we need to do though. Yeah, if I go here in the portal, in the configuration, we need to add a configuration. We need to... Who landed? Blazor Dr. Magoo, you landed! Just like, you know, you're barely holding. But, you know, it's better than me. Let's try it. Maybe I will be lucky. I feel like it. I won't. Just on the end. Oh. See? Just far enough so I missed. Hey, welcome aboard, Lord Course Guard. Welcome behind my cloud. Happy to see you here. So yeah, so we need to also add the URL storage. What's happening? A new follower, I think. Yeah, thank you for the follow. It's very appreciated. It's a place where we build stuff, and right now we are wrapping up one of our not wrapping because we're finished. Though we should. But I'm off today, so I can do a little bit more. But Star Sword landed. So many people land. Oh, but Lord, you landed with, oh my God, 017. I never saw such a lower score. I think you deserve an award just for that. My God, you know. Hold it there. Oh my God, 0.17. Well, you land. That's the best part of it. So yeah, so we built a URL shortener and we just finished the UI interface here, and I'm merging everything to publish that into main so everybody can now have a custom personal YouTube URL for a very, very budget friendly, like a few pennies every month. Maybe free if you're using an MSDN subscription. Okay, so what I was doing, oh yeah, so we need to add this security to point the storage. That's one thing we need to do. So let's do a screenshot again. So if I do screenshot, I could do. Okay, let's do this. Show in file. We'll go here. No, I don't want to do this. I want to open it in the other tool that I'm struggling. Yeah, with this one. Edit. And now I want to, what was it again? Control Alt 8. Yeah. And I want to change this because crap test is not a good name. And yeah. Yeah, I should oh, I forgot to do it earlier, right? It's fine. Now I want numbers, and you say, hey, go here and go add there. Undo. Add. Oh, please. Number. Alt 9. There. Think it's good. Save. Oh, now we want to rename it. So cool. So now add config should come here. Voila. So now here, let's boom bidi bang boom this. And I will add a new line. Oops. Voila. Oh, I should rename this without capital. That's better. Okay. We'll need to show how to get there. Add it to the configuration of the Azure static web app under the key Let's go secrets for a second. Under the name right? Right, so now if we look at it, yeah, just like this, boom. But I need to show where to get that one. So, resource group, we have URL shortener. I have the URL data, and I want to go to access key. I think it's secret, it's safe. Yeah, cool. Sorry for that. So yeah, so I want to go in blah 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 blah, pick that connection string, paste it. So now what we need to do is take a screenshot, voila, and we'll enlarge just like this. Click. I like that my laptop do a sound, it's funny. Okay, let's take the note. Let's change the name for grab connection str string and put an underscore between those two there. Rename, that's cool. So now we want to open it with another app. It will be taking shutter. We'll go and edit. We'll this to blur that section that we don't need. Cool, and now it was Alt 9. And say access key, and then cool. Is there any arrows? Arrow, cool. Oh no, I don't want arrows, I want rectangle. Let's do rectangle. Oh, but I want empty rectangle. Rectangle, but this is not what I want. Is it highlight? If I click this, that's not what I want. Freeland, highlighter, line, I could do line. Eclipse, text, sensor. What's sensor? Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, but oh, they are there. I wish I could, like, there's no color, we cannot change the color or anything. So I feel like I will put an arrow then. Okay. Nope. I want an arrow. I want an arrow. Oh, this is the arrow I want. There it is. Cool. So now we save this. Well, we can close this. We can close this, and we can F2. copy. Now we can put that here. And now we can go in the document. Ah, it didn't work, damn it. It's okay. It's okay. Grab constring. Voila. And now from here we have grab connection string. Voila, excellent. Oops, I don't want the column. Okay, cool. So now let's do this. Boom, boom. Get connection string. Voila. Okay, let's add the connection string from the other in your Azure resource group. Look for the Azure storage starting by URL data. URL data. And grab the connection string. And it's one word. Voila. Now that we have that connection string, add it to the configuration of the Azure Static Web App. Boom. There it is. So now if we have a look, say, hey, connect to the data. Hey, go there. And grab the key and now copy it. Now you'll be fine. Try it. It's working. Cool. Yay. So let's push that. And I think that will be it for today. I'm pretty sure I will merge to main and update the URL shortener, and we'll be good. Very happy about all that. There was a really, really good stream today. What? I want to go here, and now if I'm looking, if I refresh the page, that's the deployment. Do this, blah, blah. Oh, I need to remove that. I thought I changed that. Didn't it? Yeah, but not in this, in VNex. Deployment. First thing first, cool. Oh, but we removed the image. Whoops. Yeah, I think the fork stuff was useful, and we still need to change that image. Still a few things, but we deleted too many images. Or did I? Yeah, I think I did. Oops. Oops. Okay. Can I bring back just some files? If I open another version of that and I stay in main, go in deployment, yeah. Create a copy. Why it's not there? What? I didn't remove it, but it's not there. Where did that thing come from? Create a copy PNG. So I removed it before? Interesting. I don't know. Okay, so I really need to do a bio break, and I need to go to do my stuff, my errands. So we'll start here for today, but very happy about how the day turns out. Let's stop this and let's save everything. Cool. So I wish you all a great weekend. Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving if you're Americans, and otherwise, and if you're over the place, well, I wish you a great Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Go shopping, have fun, and try to go outside a little bit if you can. Bye. Have a good weekend.